Maybe lately you've been sitting at your desk wondering why everything feels slower. Your career isn't moving the way you imagined. Your income looks the same month after month. And the future, something that used to feel exciting, now feels a little blurry. If you feel this way, I want you to know something important. It's not because you're not good enough. It's not because you're failing. It's because the world is changing faster than most of us can keep up with. The job market is changing fast. Technology is changing fast. The skills that mattered 5 years ago might not matter as much today. And the skills that will matter in 2 years, many people don't even know what they are yet. If we're being honest, staying still is no longer a safe option. It's the part nobody likes to say out loud. The world doesn't pause. It won't slow down so you can catch your breath. If you remain exactly where you are while everything else moves forward, you'll feel the distance. Not because you did anything wrong, but because movement simply didn't happen when it should have. A lot of people feel stuck these days, and maybe you do too. You work hard, but your income doesn't grow. You try to move forward, but nothing opens up. You keep hoping for something different, yet everything stays the same. And the reason is simple. The world is changing faster than you are. Your career is not stuck. Your system is outdated. But here's the good news. You can catch up. You can move forward. You can make real progress in your career and your finances before 2026. Not by doing everything perfectly, not by working twice as hard, but by doing 9 specific things that will help you stay ahead instead of falling behind. This is not about becoming rich. This is not about becoming famous. This is about making sure you don't stay in the same place while the world moves on without you. This is Fluent English with Radio, a place where you can learn English, grow as a person, and find the motivation to move forward every day. Sometimes we share uncomfortable truths, but these are exactly what you need to become the best version of yourself. So if you've been feeling stuck, if you've been worrying about your future, keep watching. Because 9 things you're about to hear might change the direction of your career and your finances. Do you want your career and our finances to move forward before 2026? So let's keep watching. So, what are those 9 things? They're simple, they're not impossible, but they won't work unless you step in and start. And when you look back at the end of 2026, you'll see how far your career has moved, how much stronger your income has become, and how differently you handle your money. Think of them as a clear direction for the year ahead. Every step improves the way you work and raises your earning potential. And when all of them line up, they create the momentum that keeps your career progressing and your finances getting stronger even after the year closes. 1. Check where you are now and what you're missing. The first thing you need to do is figure out where you actually are in your career and finances. Not where you hope you are or where you think you should be, but where you really stand right now in your job, your industry, and your financial situation. Many people get stuck not because they lack talent, but because they lack clarity. They aren't sure what they can do, what they still need to learn. Without that understanding, planning the next move becomes nearly impossible. It feels like trying to walk through fog with no map. You can start by checking these 3 things. First, check your skills. What can you do well? What can you do that other people can't? What skills do you have that companies or clients would pay for? Write them down. Be honest. Don't make them sound bigger than they are, but also don't be too hard on yourself. Just list what you can actually do. Second, check the opportunities around you. Look at your job market. Look at your industry. Are there more jobs available or fewer? Are companies hiring or cutting positions? Are salaries going up or staying flat? This tells you if you're in a growing field or a shrinking one. If your industry is getting smaller, you need to know that now, not in 2 years when it's too late. Third, check the competition. How many other people can do what you do? Are they better than you, the same, or not as good? If there are many people who can do your job just as well as you, then you don't have an advantage. You can be replaced. And if you can be replaced, your career and income won't grow. This check might feel uncomfortable. You might realize you're not as far ahead as you thought. You might see gaps you didn't know were there. But this discomfort is good. It's the first step to real change. Take 1 week to check yourself. Write down your skills. Look up information about your job market. Check salary ranges in your field. Look at job postings to see what skills companies are asking for. Compare what you have with what they want. The gap you find is what you need to work on. You can't upgrade your life if you don't even know which version you're on. 2. Improve one skill that gives you a real advantage. Now that you know where you are and what you're missing, here's the second thing you must do. Choose one skill and improve it, but make it a skill that gives you a real advantage. The world is changing because of technology. Artificial intelligence is growing. Automation is growing. New tools are appearing every month. And this means one thing. If you don't update your skills, you will be left behind. Not slowly, quickly. Many people miss the fact that a single skill can change everything. In 12 to 24 months, it can boost your income, create new chances, and make you someone people want to work with. But not just any skill. You need to choose a skill that matters, a skill that is in demand, a skill that not many people have yet, a skill that makes you different from everyone else doing the same job as you. Think of it this way. If everyone in your field has the same skills, then you're all competing at the same level. But if you have one skill they don't have, you rise above them. You become harder to replace. You become more valuable, and when you're more valuable, your income grows. This is what we call having power in your career. A strong skill gives you power. It gives you options. And options are freedom. So what skill should you choose? It depends on your field. But here are some examples. If you work in an office, maybe you need to learn data analysis or how to use AI tools to work faster. If you work in marketing, maybe you need to learn how to create content or run digital campaigns. If you work in a technical field, maybe you need to learn a new software or programming language. If you work with people, maybe you need to learn negotiation or project management. You need to pick one skill, just one. Then promise yourself that you are going to learn this skill deeply over the next 6 to 12 months. Next, take an online course, watch tutorials, and practice every week. Don't try to learn everything, just focus on becoming really good at one thing. That focus will take you further than trying to do everything at once. One sharp skill beats 10 half-finished ones. 3. Learn technology tools so you don't get replaced. Here's the third thing you must do. Update your digital skills. Learn the technology tools that are shaping the future of work, because if you don't, someone who does will take your place. I know what you might be thinking. I'm not a tech person, or I'm too old to learn these things, or my job doesn't really need technology. But that thinking is dangerous, because right now, in almost every industry, technology is changing what it means to be good at your job. Think about it this way. 10 years ago, being able to use email and Microsoft Office was enough. Now, those are the bare minimum. The bar has moved, and it's going to keep moving. The question is, are you moving with it, or are you getting left behind? Right now, there are 3 types of tools that are changing how people work across almost every field. And if you learn even a few of these, you'll have a huge advantage over people who are still doing things the old way. First, AI tools. Artificial intelligence is not just for tech companies anymore. AI tools can help you write faster, look at data, create presentations, answer questions, and do repetitive tasks automatically. If you learn how to use these tools, you can do in 1 hour what used to take 5 hours. That's a huge advantage. Second, automation tools. These are programs that do repetitive tasks for you automatically. They can send emails, organize files, schedule meetings, track expenses, and more. When you use automation, you free up time for more important work, and more importantly, you don't get tired from doing the same boring tasks over and over. Third, data tools. Many jobs now require you to understand data, not deeply, but enough to read reports, make decisions, and see patterns. Learning basic data skills gives you an edge because most people avoid data. They think it's too hard, but it's not. And when you understand it, you become more useful. Companies today are looking for people who can use technology to make their work faster and smarter. They don't want employees who avoid new tools or get scared of change. If you can show that you're comfortable with technology, that you learn new things quickly, and that you adapt without trouble, you quickly become someone the company wants to keep and someone they want to promote. On the other side of this, consider what happens if you don't learn these tools. Someone younger, cheaper, or more skilled will. They'll take the opportunities that could have been yours. And when that happens, your position becomes less secure. Your income stops growing. Your career stops moving forward. Before 2026 arrives, choose 3 to 5 tech tools that are useful for your job and learn how to use them. These could be AI writing tools, project management apps, design software, communication platforms, or basic analytics programs. You don't have to be an expert right away, just learn enough to feel comfortable using them on your own. Spend 20 to 30 minutes each week practicing. Even that small amount of time is enough to help you stay ahead of most people. Well, modern careers require digital knowledge. That means understanding how to use technology to do your work better, faster, and more easily. It doesn't mean you need to become a programmer or a tech expert. Being great at one thing outperforms being average at 10. 4. Create one simple income source beside your main job. The fourth step is to build a second source of income. Not because you need to be rich and not because you plan to leave your job, but so you can lower your risks and create more stability for yourself. Many people rely on one income source, their job. And when that's the only money coming in, any problem with that job becomes a crisis. If you lose your job, your income drops to zero. If your company cuts salaries, you have no backup. If your industry slows down, you have no other options. You're completely dependent on one thing, and that's dangerous. A second income source doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to replace your main income. It just needs to exist. Even a small amount of extra money each month changes how you feel. It makes you more confident. It gives you a cushion. It means you're not afraid of every small change at work. Many people don't realize that having a second source of income actually makes you stronger at your main job. When you're not relying on one paycheck to survive, fear doesn't control your choices. So, what kind of second income can you create? It doesn't have to be complicated. I'll show you some simple examples. Freelance work in your field can be a simple way to earn more with the skills you already have. If you're good at something, you can offer that skill to others outside your job. Maybe writing, design, consulting, coaching, or teaching. A small service business often starts from something you already know how to do well. Something simple like tutoring, helping people organize, offering advice in your area of knowledge, or doing tasks that others don't have time for. Digital products or online work can also bring in additional income without needing a big setup. Creating simple guides, templates, or tools that people can buy, or doing small online tasks through platforms that connect workers with clients. A micro-business is another easy option if you want to sell something on the side, selling something small on the side. It could be handmade items, reselling products, or offering a specialized service in your local area. You don't need a big business, just start something small that can bring in a bit of extra money each month. Even an extra $200 to $500 can make a big difference over time. It adds up, and it also changes how you feel about your finances. You won't be relying on only one income source anymore. This year, try creating a small side income. It doesn't have to be perfect or serious. Just start something simple and see how it goes. Give it 3 to 6 months to test it out. If it works, keep doing it. If it doesn't, switch to something else. The point isn't to get rich, it's to have a safety net. One small extra stream can be the difference between panic and freedom. 5. Fix 3 money habits that are taking away your finances. This 5th thing is about a problem people often miss. You need to find and change the money habits that slowly stop you from growing. Most people don't fail because they earn too little. They fail because their money goes away in small, hidden ways. Many people blame their income. They say, "I don't make enough money," and sometimes that's true. But often, the real issue is not how much comes in, it's how much goes out. Small, unnecessary expenses add up over time, and these expenses feel small individually, so we ignore them, but together they can cost hundreds or even thousands each year. This is what we call financial leakage. It's money leaving your account for things that don't really improve your life. Things you don't need. Things you don't even enjoy that much, things you buy out of habit, emotion, or convenience. Here are some common examples. Subscriptions you don't use can be a major source of waste without you realizing it. Streaming services, apps, memberships, software. You signed up once and forgot about them, but they charge you every month. Buying things without planning is another common way money disappears. Buying things when you're bored, stressed, or emotional. A coffee here, a snack there, something online you didn't plan to buy. Convenience spending is also a big part of why your money runs out faster than you expect. Ordering food instead of cooking. Taking a taxi instead of walking. Buying things at expensive places because they're close, not because they're worth it. These might seem small, but let's do the math. If you spend $10 a day on things you don't really need, that's $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. In 5 years, that's $18,000. Think about what you could do with $18,000. That's not a small amount. That's real money. Do you know what's the worst part? Most people don't even know where their money goes. They just feel like they never have enough, but they can't explain why. They work hard, they earn money, but somehow it disappears. And the reason is that they're not paying attention. Start by tracking your spending for 30 days. Write down every single thing you buy. Everything. Then, at the end of the month, look at the list. You'll be surprised. You'll see patterns. You'll see waste. Then choose 3 things to cut. Not everything, just 3. Maybe 1 subscription you don't use. Maybe 1 habit that costs money but doesn't make you happy. Maybe 1 convenience expense you can replace with something cheaper. Cutting 3 small expenses won't make you rich, but it will stop the leak. And when you stop the leak, your money stays with you. It builds up. It gives you room to save, invest, or use it for things that actually matter. It's not just how much you earn, it's how quietly it slips away. 6. Build a financial safety cushion to reduce stress. Creating a financial cushion is something that changes everything about how you feel day to day. This is one of the most important things you can do for your career and your mental health, and yet most people don't have it. A financial cushion means having money saved that can cover your basic expenses for a few months if something goes wrong. If you lose your job, if you get sick, if your car breaks down, if an emergency happens, this money is not for fun. It's not for buying things. It's for safety. It's your backup plan. Why is this so important? When you don't have extra money saved, even a small problem feels very big. One surprise bill can ruin your whole month. One mistake at work can make you scared because you can't lose your job. You feel worried all the time, and that worry controls your choices. But when you have a financial cushion, everything changes. You don't panic. You can breathe. You can think clearly. You can make better decisions because you're not desperate. You can say no to things that aren't good for you. You can take time to find a better job instead of accepting the first offer out of fear. You can negotiate your salary because you're not terrified of being rejected. This cushion is not just about money. It's about freedom. It's about peace of mind. It's about having control over your life instead of being controlled by every little thing that goes wrong. So how much should you save? Ideally, 2 to 6 months of basic expenses. That means if your rent, food, bills, and transportation cost $2,000 a month, you should aim to save $4,000 to $12,000. That sounds like a lot, and it is, but you don't have to do it all at once. You build it slowly, month by month. Start with a small goal. Save $500 first, then $1,000, then 1 month of expenses, then 2 months. Every step makes you safer. Every step reduces your stress. Let's take action by opening a separate savings account just for your financial cushion. Don't mix it with your regular spending money, then set up an automatic transfer each month. Even if it's just $50 or $100, put it in that account automatically. Don't wait until the end of the month to see if there's money left. There never will be. Pay your safety fund first, just like a bill. It might take a year, it might take 2 years. That's okay. The point is to start building it now, not later. Because the longer you wait, the longer you'll live with that stress and fear hanging over you. So a small safety fund can make big problems feel small again. 7. Reduce bad debt and stop wasteful spending. Another key move is dealing with your debt, especially the kind that keeps you stuck and closes doors before they even open. Not all debt is bad. Some debt helps you build something, like a mortgage for a house or a loan for education that increases your income. But bad debt is different. Bad debt is money you borrowed for things that don't help you grow. Credit card debt, high-interest personal loans, money borrowed for things you didn't need. Bad debt has one terrible quality: it grows. The interest eats away at your income every month. You pay and pay, but the balance barely moves. And while you're paying off that debt, you can't save, you can't invest, you can't take risks, you're stuck. A lot of people don't notice how dangerous high interest rates actually are. A $5,000 credit card balance at 20% interest can trap you for years if you only pay the minimum. You'll end up giving the bank thousands of dollars that could have been saved or invested for your future. This is why debt is so dangerous. It's not just the amount you owe. It's the fact that it keeps taking money from you every single month. Money you could use to build a cushion, start a side income, or invest in yourself. Instead, it's gone. Forever. So what do? You need a plan to get rid of bad debt as fast as possible. Not slowly, not someday, fast. One good method is called the debt avalanche. Here's how it works. List all your debts. Find the one with the highest interest rate. That's the one killing you the most. Pay the minimum on all your other debts, but put every extra dollar you can toward that high interest debt. When it's gone, move to the next highest. One by one, you destroy them. This method saves you the most money because you're attacking the most expensive debt first. It's not easy, it takes discipline, but it works. This month, list all your debts. Write down how much you owe and what the interest rate is. Then make a plan to pay off the highest interest debt first. Cut one unnecessary expense and put that money toward the debt. Even an extra $50 or $100 per month makes a big difference over time. Getting out of debt won't happen overnight, but every payment brings you closer to freedom, and once you're free from bad debt, your income is yours again. You can save it, you can invest it, you can use it to build the future you want. Every dollar of bad debt is a little piece of your future already sold. 8. Improve communication and big picture thinking skills. These two skills are often ignored, but they shape long-term success more than people realize. Many people think that being good at your job is enough, and in the beginning, maybe it is. But as you want to grow, as you want to move up, as you want more responsibility and more income, technical skills alone are not enough. You need to communicate well. You need to think about the big picture. You need to see beyond what's right in front of you. Let me explain why communication matters so much. No matter what job you have, you need to explain your ideas to others. You need to present your work. You need to convince people. You need to work together with others. If you're good at your job, but bad at explaining what you do, people won't understand your value. If you can't present your ideas clearly, no one will listen. If you can't persuade others, your best ideas will die in meetings. Most people focus on one step at a time, just completing the task in front of them. Big picture thinkers look ahead. If I do this now, what happens next? What opportunities or problems will it create? Thinking this way makes you more valuable, a leader, not just a worker. Companies promote people who see the big picture, and clients hire those who communicate clearly. You can develop these skills with practice. Communication improves when you explain your ideas, write, speak, and ask for feedback. Big picture thinking improves when you ask, "What's next?" and "What if?" Follow industry trends and consider how changes might affect your field. Doing this consistently trains your mind to anticipate, adapt, and add more value. Let's practice explaining your work to someone outside your industry. If you can make it simple and interesting, your communication is improving. And once a week, spend about 15 minutes thinking about where your company or industry is heading. Write down your thoughts. Make small predictions. See how often you get them right. If people don't understand your value, they can't reward it. 9. Take care of your health to keep going long term. The last step is taking care of your physical and mental health. This might sound simple, but it's the base of everything else, because without health, nothing else works. Career growth and financial success are not short races. They're long marathons, and in a marathon, if you burn out early, you can't finish. If you ignore your body, it will break down. If you ignore your mind, you'll fall apart under stress. And when that happens, all your progress stops. Many people give up their health for work. They skip meals to finish projects. They stay up late because they're busy. They sit all day without moving. They ignore stress because they think they don't have time to deal with it, and for a while, it seems fine. But then, slowly, the damage builds. You get tired more easily. You get sick more often. You feel foggy and can't focus. Your energy drops. Your mood gets worse, and eventually, your work suffers. This is reality. You can't do well if your body and mind are worn out. You can't think clearly when you're tired. You can't make good decisions when you're stressed. You can't keep growing when you're burned out. Stress and burnout are silent killers. They don't happen all at once. They build slowly, day by day, until one day you realize you can't keep going. And by then, it's hard to recover. It takes months, sometimes years, to rebuild what stress destroyed. So how do you protect your health while building your career and finances? You don't need to become an athlete. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need a few basic habits that keep your body and mind working well. First, move your body. You don't need to go to the gym for 2 hours every day. Just 20 to 30 minutes of movement is enough. Walk, stretch. Do simple exercises at home. Movement keeps your energy up. It clears your mind, it reduces stress, and it makes you feel better. Second, sleep well. Sleep is not lazy, sleep is recovery. Your brain repairs itself while you sleep. Your body heals. Your energy comes back. If you constantly skip sleep to work more, you're actually making yourself less productive. 7 to 8 hours is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Third, manage stress. Stress will always be there. You can't get rid of it completely, but you can manage it. Take breaks during the day. Breathe deeply. Step away from screens. Talk to someone you trust. Do something that calms your mind. Stress is dangerous when it never stops. But if you give yourself small moments of relief throughout the day, you stay balanced. Fourth, keep regular habits. Don't try to be perfect, just try to be regular. Eat regular meals. drink water, move a little every day, sleep at roughly the same time. Being regular keeps your body stable, and when your body is stable, your mind is stable, and when your mind is stable, you can handle challenges better. Do it right now. Choose 3 easy habits to follow this year. Things you can really do every day, maybe a 20-minute walk, drinking more water, and sleeping earlier. Don't try to change everything at the same time. Just pick 3, keep doing them, and you will feel more energy. Your body is the engine of your future. If it stops, everything stops. That's 9 steps between where you are now and where you want to be by the end of 2026. None of this is about being perfect or changing everything at once. What matters is moving forward, not staying in the same place while the world speeds up around you. The world is changing fast. If you stay where you are, the gap between you and your goals will only grow. These 9 steps aren't meant to stress you. They're small changes that build over time and support each other. You don't need huge leaps to see big results. Small improvements, just 1% each month in your skills, money habits, and thinking, slowly add up to big results over time. You don't need to do everything at once. Pick 1 or 2 steps, start today, and build momentum. 2026 is closer than you think. When it comes, you'll either look back and see real progress or see that nothing changed. The difference depends on what you decide to do now. Take 1 small step today. Keep moving forward. Your future self will thank you.